Alright, it is time for another battle box. You guys seem to like the last one, so we're going to do it again. Let's see what's inside of this one. Solar panel. Okay. Emergency tire valves. Whatever this is. A Leatherman of some kind. Simple strap. And a M.250 hex drive toolkit. Don't need that anymore. We have this little summary, which we'll just set that to the side. It doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff that we can really test here. So let's go ahead, before the sun goes down, let's go test this solar panel. See what this is all about. It says it's a semi-flex 8-watt monocrystalline maximum system voltage 500 volts. Current Pmax 445 milliamps. Voltage at Pmax 18 volts. Maximum power 8 watts. Made in China. This is actually kind of interesting. I've never messed with a solar panel before, so I don't know exactly how much voltage they put out. I mean, this thing says it's it says right here it's 4 charging 12-volt batteries. I have my multimeter. Just out of curiosity, let's see how much voltage it's putting out inside the garage just with the lights that are in here. Huh, look at that. It's putting out 11.10 volts. And that's inside. It's not even, there's no sun in here. That's just from the lights. So that's pretty good, especially for inside. So let's go outside and see what it does outside. Alright, this isn't the best angle. The sun's in my face. But you can see I have the solar panel sitting right there on top of this little chimney thing. And if you can see, we are getting 20 volts. Even though it says the max is 18, but we're getting 20. And then something even cooler, even if I take this panel, flip it upside down, and just lay it in the grass. Okay, it's upside down in the grass, and we're still getting 14 volts, even with it upside down, in the shade in the grass. So, I mean, I would say this thing works pretty good. All right, so solar panel. Works as advertised, maybe even a little bit better than advertised. And it would, this would definitely be a good thing to keep like in your car or a camper, or maybe if you're just going on like a camping trip. I'm sure, I would almost guarantee, because this thing comes with this plug. Oh, come on. The wire that comes off the solar panel comes into this type of plug right here. And then you can plug this in, and then you get these two connections for like a battery. I would almost guarantee that you could get a plug like this for like a cell phone charger or like a cigarette lighter, and then plug a cell phone charger into that. I don't know where you're going to be long enough that you're going to leave this thing sit out in the sun to charge your phone, but it's a possibility. This thing, I like it. Let's go ahead and tear open this emergency valve kit. Let's see what all's going on in here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It just says emergency tire valves. Colby valve is the only tool-free solution for replacing tire valve stems on location in 1 minute. Oh, in case like your entire valve stem gets ripped off or something, and then you can stick this inside of your rim, and then I'm assuming you would tighten this red part down. Yeah, you would tighten this red part down, and then this brass piece would push on this rubber and it would act like a wedge and then hold the valve stem inside of your tire. That's pretty cool. And then it has a little valve cap. Anyway, that's kind of cool. And how many situations your entire valve stem is going to get ripped off. Maybe if like you made somebody mad and they cut it or something. Next, let's go ahead and look at this Leatherman. I'll open that upside down. Leatherman Skelly tool. Is that maybe the name of it? Leatherman Skelly tool. It's got a nice little clip here that you can like put it on your belt or put it on a backpack or something. Really? I don't know if all these Leatherman scaly tools are like this, or maybe it's just this one. If they're all like this is the worst pair of pliers that I've probably ever seen in my life. They're not super stiff, but like you can just barely even use these with one hand because they're not crazy stiff, but they're pretty stiff. So like, you'd have to use two hands to open them. You know, of course, close them with one hand. But if you had something in this hand and you're trying to like, that's awful. Maybe you could like, I don't know, maybe put some oil in there, kind of wear them in or something. Take that back, these are really stiff. I don't know if this one in particular is just like defective or something. If this is how all of these Leathermans come, then shame on you, Leatherman, because that is horrible. And you should not put this product out there. Pliers are obviously like a 0 out of 10. That sucks. Let's see the knife. I'm assuming the knife is going to be just like every other knife. Oh yeah. Super sharp. Cool, so we have a Phillips and a flathead little like bit. Each one has a big and small end. And then pliers and a knife. Is that it? Okay, I mean I guess that's acceptable. I'm not really impressed with this thing. It's kind of, I mean it'd be better than nothing, but it's kind of like, seems low, like very low quality. Especially for Leatherman. Leatherman's expensive and they're supposed to be a really good brand. Not super impressed with that. Let's move on to this M.250 Hex Drive Toolkit. Okay, is that it? There's no instructions, nothing. Looks like you just kind of take the bit out and stick it in the front for whichever size bit you need or whatever. Okay, so you pull that out. I guess that's just like a case. So you slide that, put it in that end. Okay. So now you have like a little screwdriver. You just gotta force the bits out. So then you can put that there and put that there. Then you have a little screwdriver. So I do have some, or a self-tapping drywall screw and a piece of wood, but we will do our best with what we have. Maybe, let's jump start it. Alright, now we can put this in here. Alright. Actually, that works really, really well. I don't love it. Like I wouldn't prefer this over a screwdriver, like a proper screwdriver. Prefer this over nothing. This is, actually let's do this. Let's open up this Leatherman. Let's see how it handles the screw. I mean, it does it. The only thing I do like about the Leatherman a little bit more is how you can kind of put this handle out, and then you can really, you can really get some leverage. Definitely not ideal. This isn't really ideal either, but this is definitely better than this. I mean, this is gonna do what it's meant to do, which is get you by in a pinch. And it's a nice little package. So you can take this, and then you can just slide this back in there. I like that. And then this can slide back in there. It's not my favorite, but I do think this would get you by in a pinch. This would do what you need it to do. So moving on. Next, let's look at this thing. Whatever this is supposed to be. It looks like a really oversized wallet, is what it looks like. Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't this say something somewhere about what this is? It's a bushcraft spice wallet. I have absolutely no use for this. So it's just got a bunch of these little tiny like vials with little corks that you can put different spices in. So I guess you could bring you some like salt and pepper or something. I mean, this is cool. I mean, it looks, this in and of itself looks like quality leather and nice little vials and little corks and stuff. My problem here is I just don't see how this is useful. Like I don't see anybody opting to carry this over just like, I mean, just like a little container of salt or pepper or whatever spice you want to bring. I don't know, I just don't see this being very useful. But like, okay, if you put this much salt, you could get a container of salt that has a lid that can close, and then you're gonna have way more salt, and then you don't have to worry about the cork popping off, because this cork's not gonna be the most secure thing. I just don't see a use for it though. It's just not practical. It's just like a very over-engineered version of something that very, very simple that could do the exact same thing. I guess take with that what you will. It's good quality. I'm not really a huge fan of that. All right, so our final item is the Simple Strap. Heavy duty Simple Strap, the original all-purpose rubber tie down, simply the fastest and easiest way to secure pretty much anything. We'll see about that. It also says cut to length. Is this a knife of some sort? Oh, this is a, I don't know why this is under the band of the Simple Strap. This is supposed to be, come on. Well, it's, come on, man. Can't catch a break. There we go. So this is a flint and steel. I don't know why it was underneath the band of the Simple Strap. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it like slid in there while it was moving around the box or something. So is this really what I think it is? Just a big piece of rubber? That's exactly what this is. This is just a giant piece of rubber. So I guess the concept for the Simple Strap is very much the exact same concept that the Adventure Tape has, if you remember that video, because the Adventure Tape is also the same thing, just a roll of rubber that you would wrap around something or use to tie something down or whatever. I have no doubt that this can be useful. I don't know exactly what to do with it. Okay, if you had this in like as an emergency tie down or something, I'm sure this would work great. I wish that this came with like a few different like buckles or even maybe some type of like ratcheting mechanism so that you can actually like use this to strap things down, because whenever you just have this, the only way you can strap things down is if you just like wrap it around it and then just like tie this in a knot around something and then hold it that way. I think this concept is good. I just think it needs a buckle, it needs like a ratcheting mechanism, like it needs something. I might do a video with this, just a separate video. If you guys want to see an entire video about the Simple Strap, and maybe I'll get a bunch of them and see what I can do with them or something. So that is what comes in this month's battle box. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.